Hi girls, in this video I'm going to tell you about the concept of NoSQL database. It is maximum used in nowadays in big data. Okay, so this is the third unit. It is about NoSQL. That means not only SQL. You people all know about what is called SQL. SQL is a structured query language. SQL is a structured query language. SQL based on the relational database management system. Okay, before that I'm going to tell you what content I'm going to explain today in this video is history of database technology, and then what is a NoSQL database and benefits of relational database, limitations, what is NoSQL and CAP theorem and types of NoSQL. So here first you start with database. What is called database means database is a collection of information you have to stored in a database. The database are in different types. In earlier years, people use the relational database management system. First DBMS and then RDBMS, and then now in the NoSQL databases. Okay, so relational database means you can relate data with different tables by means of any common column name. For example, you people are new about student database. In a college, the student database can have student admission details, student mark details, and result details, all that. So these tables are linked by together the student ID or the register number. Okay, so that is the concept of the relational database model. So relational database model follows a structure. That means the relational database models are all in table format. In my first class also I explained you that what are the types of data in big data. There are three types: structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data are available in big data. But in relational databases, we have only a structured type of data only. So that's not proper to handle. Today is lot of anonymous data available in internet. So relational database is not capable of holding that type of data, unstructured and semi-structured data. Okay. So first, the summary of early databases are given here. Flat file systems. The database name is flat file systems. That means the advantage of that database is keep data about a single entity together in a single record. What are the limitations in the flat file systems? Or can leads to duplicated data and inefficient retrieval. Okay, so if what is the main use of the database is we can store the data, and you can also able to retrieve whenever you want the data back. So that is inefficient in the flat file systems, and then difficult to implement security controls to protect confidential data. Because if you people have a database in the organization, all the people have the databases. For example, if we take our college, we have database, staff details, student details, staff salary data, all that. So we have to keep security. No one can able to access the data without the authentication, without the proper security systems. Okay, so the main purpose of the database is also the security system is also available, but in the flat file system it is also difficult to implement security controls. And then next type of database name is hierarchical data management system. Hierarchical means it follows a parent-child relationship and it stores record in the form of records. The disadvantages and limitations here are searching for a customer in a loan database might require scanning all the customer records. For example, if you take a bank, example, the customer details and SB account and fixed deposit and loan also available. But if you have to search a particular type of loan amount, you have to search all the records. That is inefficient. It takes some time to retrieve the data. That is a disadvantages in hierarchical data management system. And then network data management, the ability to represent parent child in many to many relationship is an advantage. And the limitations are duplicate data, difficult implementing security, and then inefficient searching, and then difficult maintaining program code to access databases. Finally, relational database management system, that is RDBMS. RDBMS is, you people already knew about, you people work with the SQL, that means the structured query language, in your practical papers also. So how the data are represented in SQL means the data are presented in the table format. The data are stored in the table form, and then normalization, first normal, second normal, and third normalization are used in the relational database management system, and then ACID properties and SQL. Here the limitations of relational database management systems are storage management programs and then memory management program, data dictionary and query language. So here why we choose NoSQL is, the term NoSQL was first coined by Carlo Strozzi in 1998 to name his lightweight, open source and non-relational database. The main purpose of the NoSQL database is it's used for lightweight, open source and non-relational database that did not expose the standard SQL interface. The term was reintroduced by, the NoSQL term was reintroduced by Eric Evans in the early 2009. Where these NoSQL databases are used nowadays, or NoSQL databases are widely used in big data and other real-time applications. NoSQL database is used to stock log data which can then be pulled for analysis. Likewise, it is used to store social media data and all such data which can't be stored and analyzed comfortably in RDBMS. Those data that not comfortably stored and analyzed in RDBMS data, that data are all stored in the NoSQL data and later used for the analytics. So what is NoSQL? NoSQL stands for not only SQL, there are non-relational open source distributed databases. They are hugely popular today owing to their ability to scale or scale out, scale horizontally, and at dealing at a very rich variety of data. The rich variety of data means structured, semi-structured and unstructured. Okay. So NoSQL databases are non-relational. Non-relational means they do not adhere to relational data model. In fact, they are either key value pairs or document oriented or column oriented or graph based databases. And then the NoSQL database is a distributed one. They are distributed, meaning the data is distributed across several nodes in a cluster constituted of low cost commodity hardware. So big data supports storing and querying huge amounts of semi-structured and unstructured data. But in RDBMS, we people have to store only structured data only. So that difficulties are removed in the NoSQL databases, because in NoSQL databases, we have to able to store semi-structured and unstructured data. For example, the data in the Facebook and Google and Twitter are all in the different format of data. So we need a database which can provide scalability. That means scaling out, scaling in, and that you can able to add, and you can able to add extraordinary data and also delete data as well as. And then the cost, flexibility and availability. So what is called the scale out and scale up means, here this is a pictorial representation. Scale in means you can add any data's frequently large amount of data in either virtual and also vertical and also in the horizontal ways you can also add datas. And then benefits of relational databases. What are the benefits of relational databases? Because nowadays also still SQL are available. NoSQL, after the emerging of NoSQL, SQL also available in many of the organizations. Parallelly used both SQL and NoSQL databases in most of the organizations. So there are also some benefits in relational databases. What are all the benefits of relational databases? Or it's based on ACID property, and then strong consistency, concurrency and recovery, and relational database have the normalization, and it is a structured query language. It vertically scaling up the data. These are all the benefits of relational databases. And then limitations. What are all the limitations of the databases? Are relational databases were not built for distributed applications. Distributed applications means the data are not available in the several nodes in a cluster like that. Because joins are expensive, hard to scale horizontally. Expensive means product cost and hardware cost. The rise of big data. After the rise of big data, the data are in the rich variety and volume, so it's not able to accommodate in the relational database management system. So here it stands for not only SQL, NoSQL was a Twitter hashtag for conference in 2009 used for Eric Evans because Eric Evans was introduced this NoSQL in the year early 2009. It is a non-relational database mainly designed to use for big data and real-time web applications. Advantages of NoSQL or RDBMS or NoSQL databases can handle semi-structured and unstructured data, and NoSQL databases use no predefined schema. It does not have no predefined schema. And then another advantage is it's scaling out horizontally and vertically, avoids the overhead of ACID property, avoid complexity of the SQL query language. Instead of ACID properties here, NoSQL uses the CAP theorem. That means consistency, availability, and partial tolerance. What is ACID properties? Or atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability that is used in the relational database management system. ACID properties are used in relational management database management system. That means RDBMS uses ACID properties, but here NoSQL databases use CAP theorem instead of ACID properties. A CAP theorem is the first one is the consistency, second one is the availability, third one is the partial tolerance. Consistency means client should read the same data. Availability is data to be available at all time. Whenever there is a retrieval, the data will available to all the users at all time. And then the partial tolerance, data to be partitioned across network segments due to network failures. Here where the CAP theorems are used in, mainly the three properties of the CAP theorems are consistency, system availability, and tolerance to the network partitions. If the network is partitioned into many divisions, at the time also the informations are available to all the users of that network. Okay. And then the types of NoSQL databases. It can be classified into 4 types. The first one is the key value pair, column based, document based, and graph based. So first is the key value pair. Its data model is key and value pair. The example is given here. Key equal to customer ID and value is equal to the object. Designed for processing dictionary. Dictionaries contains a collection of record having field containing data. Records are stored and retrieved using key that uniquely identifies the record, and it is used to quickly find the data with the database. Here the data are stored according to the key and its value. Here the customer is the key, the value of the customer is the value. So examples of this key value pair databases are Oracle, NoSQL database, RIC, etc. For example, the Dynamo, Redis, React are all the examples of this key value paired databases. Key value pair are also called as big hash table, where it is used for storing session information, user profiles, preferences, shopping cart data. And then column based, it is stored as the column families containing rows that have many columns associated with each row key. Each row have a different columns. Column families are group of related data that is accessed together. Examples of this column based data are Cassandra, Hypertable, Amazon, and WebDynamo. Here this is the column based. In one row there are different types of data are stored. The first row, the row key is given here, and then the column 1, column 2, column 3 up to any type of data are available here. And then document based, the data store and retrieves documents. It stores documents in the value pair of key value store. Self-describing hierarchical tree data structure consisting of maps, collections, and scalar values. Example, Lotus Notes, MongoDB, Couch, OrientDB, Raven, etc. We use it in the content management system, blogging platforms, web analytics, and real-time. Examples of this is MongoDB, Apache Couch, and MarkLogic. This is the samples of the document based. Here you can see the document 1, document 2, document 3. The data are given here using this format. This is called the document based databases. And then graph based, store entities and relationship between these entities as nodes, and nodes of the graph